Hello?
Hi there. Is this Mr. Stein?
Yes.
Oh, hi. Good. I'm glad to be able to talk to you. I need to ask a couple questions. I'm with Building Safety Journal,
Okay.
and we're trying to get a guy there. We have somebody in town already tomorrow, so we may be able to scramble to cover this.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. A couple questions real quick.
Sure.
Are there any questions going to be allowed in the during the time?
Absolutely. There'll be a question and answer session. In fact, the majority of the session should be, like around probably 40 minutes out of the hour should be, 30 to 40 minutes out of the hour should be questions. And probably because we are expecting a lot of attendance, we'll limit everyone to one question and one follow-up. But yes, you would have the ability to ask questions. Yes.
Okay, that's great. Are they gonna, or can I get a copy of the report so we can ask some intelligent questions, or has it been released yet, or what?
It's not yet been released yet. Our plan is, what we're going to do is at 10:30 a.m. we're going to release the report and the press release on the report and accompanying materials for reporters to pore over for half an hour before the briefing begins.
Oh, so half an hour, so it must be a really short report then.
It's actually, it's not very short, but it's just mainly, frankly, we've, in the past, there have been, the news has gotten, we want to make sure that all reporters get the opportunity to report on this.
Well, you want to ask intelligent questions is what I'm asking, so how much of the, in half an hour, what percentage of the report would you think we'd be able to look at?
I think, well, the news release will have...
Is it 100 pages, 1,000 pages?
Well,
I know, the first report was huge.
Yeah, I believe it's considerably shorter than those. The sort of summary document is about 75 pages.
And the summary is?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but that's like sort of the condenses. It's like a 4-volume report.
Yeah.
And the executive, it's actually very well written. It has good summary and everything. And the press release has all the main points and conclusions in there.
And that's going to be given out at 10:30.
Yeah. Now, the other thing I should mention to you is that Dr. Sunder will be available afterwards for interviews, so that if your person wants to stick around, I could arrange an interview.
Well, I'm going to have to get back. I'm the scheduler, so I'm going to have to get back to him. We're jumping through hoops because we just found out about this.
Yeah, well, we apologize that you only found out about it now. Certainly, you should have been on the direct list to receive this. Is there a place I could email you the full information?
No, that's okay, as long as we can get them there in time. We're just in the basics, seeing if we can do that or not.
Yeah, and in
so
fact,
he just gave me some questions to ask him real quick. So ask you guys to see if it's even worth, because he's going to have to cancel another appointment to get to it. So.
Right. And a couple of things I should mention is that anyone who wants to attend, there's a registration link that they would need to fill out by the end of today.
Okay.
And the other thing that I should mention as an option is that there's a webcast, and registered reporters can submit questions during the webcast. So that if you guys are unable to make it here, then your reporter could watch it on the webcast, and then would have a facility, if he registers through the same link that I could send or that's another option. And I could also happy to set up a phone interview or an in-person interview for later that day, if you want to, so you can get more in depth and would have the ability to ask additional questions.
Okay, yeah, because that might be good, because this is a pretty important journal, and I don't want to, have them asking silly questions that don't really apply. Okay.
Yeah, and is there an email I could send you to make sure you have the full information?
Let me get to it first.
Okay,
and
sure.
I'm just going to bounce it off him to see exactly how he wants to approach this, because he's going to try to get there if he can.
Oh, that would be great. All right, thank you.
Okay, wait, a couple more things real quick.
Sure.
Who's officially signing the report release, do you know?
Who's signing the report release?
Yeah, who's the signature on that officially takes responsibility for the report and its release? Yeah,
that's a good question. Let me just double check. This is my first time working on a WTC report. I'm assuming that would be our top official, which would be James Turner.
Okay. Is that the NIST top guy, or is that the WTC top guy?
I would assume that it would be. I could certainly find out.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I'll find out when I get there. But it's probably it's a draft report, correct? So it's not even signed yet, I would guess.
Well, right. It's out for public comment by September 15th, and then so this is the final draft report. Yep. And then whatever comments that we get, we'll incorporate the input, and then produce a final volume after that. But this is pretty much this is the big report.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. For the evidentiary material that was submitted, that's tracked and everything. Where would that be? Would that be in the annex? Is it a part of the report that I'm going to, my guy will get when he gets there?
Yeah, I believe that would probably be in the volumes, the longer volumes of the report.
Yeah, but that is going to be available also.
I'll confirm that, but I believe yes.
Okay. That's good. And does everybody get a copy of the report, or is it digitized? Is it going to be available over the internet type thing? Also?
It'll be available on the internet as PDF starting at 11 a.m. tomorrow, but I expect
the whole thing.
We'll have the whole thing.
Okay.
And I expect that we'll also have hard copies to give to all reporters.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if not, as long as it's available, like on a DVD or something like that, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, is there a procedure installed already for any input into the 30-day period? So, because that's not very long to take a look at it and to make comments and such like that could actually be incorporated or anything like that.
Yeah,
so is there any kind of mechanism involved in that, or
I believe that there will be instructions for how to submit comments, detailed instructions in the report itself and on the WTC website and in the press release. But yeah, I believe it's spelled out in detail.
Okay, in the report.
Yeah, in the report. Yep.
Okay. Now, are they intending to have any comments from the public put into the report? Or is it just kind of like people are commenting and it goes into Never Never Land? Because if we get this guy working on this, we're paying him to do it, so we want to make sure that...
No, I'm absolutely certain that all comments are reviewed and everyone is, carefully considered for input. So I'm certain that, that there will be... that there will be, some good input from the comments that would be incorporated.
Okay, so there's an extra section or something for that already allowed.
Well, I mean, I guess they would just revise the draft, according to according to whatever input that they receive.
Yeah, that's been a failing in the first report actually, because there's still some pending issues with that haven't been addressed. So it seems to kind of go on and on forever.
Yeah,
as opposed to the report, well, 7 years is forever too, but that's why I was kind of wondering, just one quick question on that. It seems like very, very short notice, and we're scrambling, and it's been 7 years. Was that just by accident, or? Well,
I think that they focused on the two towers for the first 3 years of the investigation, from 2002 to 2005.
Yeah, this has been 7 years, though.
Right. I mean, but they've been working in earnest since 2005 on the WTC7. So they look at it as a 3-year investigation of WTC7 itself, and they've done some pretty extensive stuff. That's that's what they're.
The computer programs and stuff.
Yeah. So no, but I encourage you to use the mechanisms for public input, even to address the. The time that's allowed for comments and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, certainly. I'm just trying to organize the day tomorrow for him so he can be most efficient at what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's all the questions you gave me to ask.
Okay.